Potter, we've had one. He's been here a month. A month, Rants.
Yeah.
Just over, like a month and a couple of days. Like,
right,
come
cool.
on.
Well, this is a hot take, Louis, yeah? He gets sacked, yeah, before the start of next season, bro. Next season, you'll have a new manager.
Well, we'll see.
I don't think the players are going to buy into this, bro. When you're saying Rants, give him time, listen, I like Graham Potter. I like him. I like the football he plays.
People around him are going to give him the...
Yeah. I don't think the people around Potter are going to give him the time, and I don't think the personalities in the Chelsea dressing room are going to allow him to implement what he wants to implement. Because I don't think he has the players to do that. And I don't think I don't think Todd's going to get rid of all the players to allow him to do that.
No, but this feeds exactly into my point about structure.
Yeah.
Because he can't do that on his own. No good coach can do it on their own. Pep couldn't do it on his own. He's got Tichy Burgerstan. He's got his backroom staff. There's that fella who used to play fucking water polo.
I understand that, but the difference is, Pep can do it with big egos and he can demand that respect because he's won stuff. Potter can't. So I know what you're saying, but I'm talking about the human element to this. There's a human element. The same reason why Villas-Boas got sacked. Villas-Boas, had pedigree in Portugal, The reason why he got sacked at Chelsea is not because he didn't have pedigree, because the guy won a treble. He got sacked because he came in with new ideas and wanted to play a high line, and John Terry's like, fuck that. And he's gone, mate. That's what happened. It's got nothing to do with him not having pedigree.
The thing is, you got that's John Terry, Frank Lampard, whoever it is. This is a completely different breed. I think within this squad, it's those when Villas-Boas came in, these guys were seasoned veterans, won fucking everything apart from the Champions League, or in their mid 30s. We're now looking at players which they're good players, and they're still very young though. It's a very malleable squad, which is, and I think where Graham Potter I think maybe has an advantage, and what I'm already seeing in terms of his managerial style, how he gets people going. Yeah. So Graham Potter is. I mean, this is something for me, and you know this with me. I always talk about it with you off stream as well. I'm massive on emotional intelligence, like huge on emotional intelligence. Yeah. And I look at Graham Potter, and I know he's got. And I'm not going to say he's got a degree in emotional intelligence. I'm not saying that that's a be all and end all. Mm-hmm. But I think he understands people very, very well, and you've seen that at Brighton. You've seen it in terms of. Players he's managing coach. And I've even seen it on a touchline. I look at the beginning of the season when Tuchel was losing his rag, right? And even at the start of Tuchel's Chelsea run, he wasn't always Mr. Nice. He lost his rag on the touchline still. Potter, I think, understands these sort of players more. And obviously Tuchel's got the pedigree and all that sort of stuff. I think the whole purpose of what Chelsea are doing, realistically, the way I look at this, right? I look at Graham Potter. I don't think he's going to be the manager, which is going to take us all the way to the very top. I don't.
What do you mean he understands the players more? Based on what?
I think the way that I spent a good hour in one game whenever the players were coming across, or I just watched Graham Potter. And there were certain situations and how he dealt with it. And you could see it. You could see, the way he was putting his arm around players, the way he was talking to them. And there were times where he did grab someone and say, what the fuck are you doing? But most of the times, I'm like, come on, like we're trying to build something here. Let's keep going, boys. Let's keep going. And it works. It does work. So, realistically, I think for me, we've just got to see what happens. It's been a month. I think this conversation is it's end of the season, 6 months away.
I hear that, but that's why I'm saying, it's a hot take, bro. Do you know what I mean? But bro, like with my hunches, bro, like I get them right a fair few times in it, and I don't think he's lasting, bro. And it's one of them ones where, like I said it before he went to Chelsea, bro. I think I said it before he went to Chelsea because he got linked. Who else was he linked with? Was it maybe? Who was it? I can't remember what team. I think maybe Arsenal fans were saying. I take Potter and stuff like that, and some man was saying maybe I wouldn't take him and that. And bro, listen, I think Potter's a great coach, bro. I think he's a very good coach. I think that Graham Potter, if he goes Tottenham, maybe it was Tottenham he was linked with, and he suits Tottenham more because Tottenham, like they ain't won nothing. So, because they ain't won nothing, they ain't really got players in the team that are going to be like, yo, well, this guy ain't won nothing. Neither have you, blood.
Well,
you know, like that. But Chelsea is different, bro. They won the Champions League the other week, mate. I think for fuck's sake, Tuchel came in and won the Champions League without signing any players. But mate, like, Potter's not going to win the Champions League without signing any players. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, this is not an upgrade on your previous manager.
No, I know. But we also have to bear in mind that this is completely different. This isn't
different. You've got a worse manager than what you.
This is different. This is what Bowley's doing, something completely different to what Abramovich was doing. The fucking badge is the same, but everything within the club is changing. He's got rid of everybody and he's bringing in all his own people. So how can the model be the same as what it was 2 years ago?
No, but I'm saying it's not better though. I'm saying it's not better. I'm not saying it's the same. I'm saying it's not better.
No, of course it's not better. Of course it's not better.
So why do you expect him to last, bro?
I'm expecting something different. I don't know if it's better because it's only been a month. I'm not judging 1 month of football on 2 years. Sorry, and then 20 years. I'm not judging.
I'm judging it on the fact that you gave Tuchel, like 500 million and sacked him like 3 weeks later. That's what I'm
fucking stupid. I agree with you. But then at the same time, if you look at the figureheads of businesses, whenever someone sells a business, the person who manages that takeover to allow it to happen always ends up being on the back end and going. Tuchel was a figurehead of Chelsea during this whole period. He didn't agree with how they were rolling. They wanted to do things because it's a different way to how Mourinho did it. So he went. So they brought in somebody who they can do that with, and then they're putting in a new structure around him. If they're putting in a new structure, which hasn't even taken a hold yet, I don't think it's fair to judge someone after 1 month. 1 month.
I'm not judging him after the month, Louis. I'm judging him on what Chelsea always do, bro. This is why I'm saying I'm using my foresight, and just off the personality of your owner. This idiot's come in talking about Super Leagues and shit. Gave someone like 300 million, tried to sign a centre back and loan him back for 90 million, was fucking trying to sign random players on the last day of the window, then sacked the manager. Do you know, this guy sacked all the people at the back, haven't replaced them. The guy, he says he knows what he's doing, but for me, he just seems like he's mad impulsive. Like, I just feel like...
I agree with you, which is why I'm saying, okay, well, he's now looking at bringing all these people in. They're all into... They've actually got this structure, and he's starting to go now. So once this structure is in place, you can then judge it in a year's time. In a year's time, if Bowley's still fucking losing his rag and he's shit at what he does, he'll fucking be gone, mate. He'll be out on his ear. Because it's not him who's going to be in charge of running the show. It's Clearlake Capital who are his fucking bosses.
But like even what you said that Bowley wants to bring in all these different people just so we can still be involved.
Which is, but I want to see how heavy his will be. If it's someone, for example, if he's just trying to organise the deals and they go, this is what we should pay and this is how we should sort it out. And the thing is, right, being a good leader is putting people around you who are smarter than you in all that sort of shit. If that's what he's doing,
then by the way, you shut the fuck up and don't get involved. That's what being a good leader is. You put in people that know what needs to be done so you don't have to do anything because you trust these people, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? So why does he still want to be involved, bro? Like, do you know what I'm saying? That doesn't make no sense, bro. When it comes to delegating and success and all those things, bro, like my fucking YouTube channel is doing mad numbers now. You know why? Because I brought in Dave. I said to Dave, you're in charge, mate. Do what you need to do. You do the graphics. You do these things. I don't fucking call Dave and say, yo, Dave, this is how you got to do your job. Because you're the fucking expert. I'm not, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? That guy helped fucking grow AFTV to the size it is, bruv. Who am I to tell him, how to do his fucking job? I'm not. You know, like that. So I'm like, bro, do your thing. You know what I mean? That's it. Like, he'll call me up and say, yo, I've got an idea. I'm going to do X, Y, Z, Z. And I'm like, all right, cool. We'll try it and see if it works. I don't call him up and say, Dave, you know what you should do today? Bruv, it's not for me, bruv. Todd needs to mind his own business. Because the more involved he is, the worse you lot are going to do. Because he's a cowboy. That's just what it is. I'll be honest. So the more involved that Todd is, the more you lot should worry, bro.